Respected students, hello everyone. Amitabha. The topic I am going to share with you today is the victorious, arise with the times. Master Jinkong is a sage. This sentence was said by my high school Chinese teacher, Teacher Liu Suyun. My teacher is 92 years old this year. He is a devout Muslim. It was May 2nd, 2019. With a body-mind, I returned to Harbin to visit my 3 teachers from primary, middle, and high school. I brought 2 books for Teacher Jiu. One was the Quran. I brought this back for the teacher from the Hong Kong Buddha Education Association. The other book was about world religions. It was a family. The meeting between teacher and student was very joyful. We talked entirely about topics related to religion. The atmosphere was truly harmonious and delightful, making one nostalgic. The teacher asked me, "Suyun, where did you find such a good teacher?" "Master Jinkong is a sage. You should learn well from Master Jinkong." The teacher's words moved me. I kept the teacher's words in my heart. I couldn't help but think. An elderly person with a devout faith in Islam. To give such a high evaluation to an elderly person with a devout faith in Buddhism. Isn't this also Buddha, the same path of Buddha? I feel fortunate. How wonderful the teacher let me encounter all of this. I remember in 2014, on the Master's birthday, I said for the first time that Master Shenjing Shakom is a rare and exceptional sage monk. This was said impromptu without any prior thought. When I heard my teacher say that the old master is a sage, my heart was shaken. How come I said the same thing as my teacher? Could it be that the teacher and student have a mutual understanding? This is also Buddha, the same path of Buddha, perhaps. Let's first explain a bit. What is a sage? A sage is the highest, the most wise. A sage is a person with the highest wisdom and morality. Philosopher means wise. A philosopher is a smart and wise person like the ancient philosophers. A sage is someone with the highest wisdom and moral integrity, is fully enlightened, and understands their true nature. We usually call them saints. Who is someone who understands their true nature? The Buddha. What is a characteristic of the Buddha? Self-taught wisdom. China's Confucius, Mencius, Laozi, and Zhuangzi, Wen, Wu, and Duke of Zhu all are enlightened to their true nature. Even if they are not Buddhas, they are great bodhisattvas reborn. Why do we say this? Because what they say is the same as what the Buddha says. Is there any evidence? Yes, there is. We have Zhuangzi. Zhuangzi has a famous saying, "Heaven and earth share the same root with me. All things are one with me." Isn't this something the Buddha would say? Could someone without understanding their true nature say this? Understanding one's true nature is the Buddha. In China, he is called a sage. If he were born in India, he would be the Buddha. From this, we can see the Chinese nation is a group where sages and wise people have emerged continuously. This is unique in the world. We just mentioned The Buddha has a characteristic, which is self-taught without a teacher. Sakyamuni Buddha. From whom did he learn the teachings he spoke for 49 years? Who was his teacher? Without a teacher, how did the world-honored one articulate the vast Tripitaka and 12 divisions of scriptures? It flowed from his self-nature. Looking at China's Laozi, Zhuangzi, Confucius, and Mencius, what they said also flowed from their self-confidence. They had no teachers. It was all an expression of their self-confidence. Let's also look at Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and their scriptures, the Bible and the Quran. Muhammad was illiterate. He never attended school. Yet he left behind the Quran. It was entirely an expression of his self-confidence. If it wasn't an expression of self-confidence, how else could it be explained? They all mastered it without a teacher. Their works all flowed from their self-confidence. What kind of people are these? In Buddhism, they are referred to as Buddhas. Above, we listed ancient sages. Among them are both Chinese and foreigners. Perhaps someone might ask, are there any sages in modern times? My answer is affirmative. Are there any abroad? I don't know. I know there are in China. Who? Our respected and beloved Master Jing Kong. In my heart, he is a contemporary sage of China. When I say this today, no one will be surprised, right? Why? Please take a moment to recall. At the beginning of 2011, I accompanied my master to propagate the Dharma in Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. It was during that trip. While talking with fellow students, I said something like this. 3,000 years ago, Sakyamuni Buddha attained enlightenment in the world of India. This was his 8,000th time, achieving enlightenment in the Saha world. I think this couldn't be the last time, right? Perhaps there will be an 8,001st time, 8,002 times. Or, later, someone questioned, saying, Liu Suyun said something or other. Upon hearing this, I didn't respond immediately, unsure of what to say. After some time passed, someone brought up the matter again. I told everyone, go find the evidence. All my speeches are online, not hidden by anyone. In the end, there was no response. Maybe they couldn't find the evidence? In 2014, I went to Hong Kong to see my master. On my master's birthday, the leaders of the Hong Kong Buddha Education Association asked me to speak and wish my master a happy birthday. Because I wasn't prepared. It was an impromptu speech. It was during that occasion that I said Master Jing Kong is a rare and extraordinary sage monk. That was the first time I called the master a sage monk. Since then, I have said it many times. I used to say it like this. I still say it like this now. The elder has already returned to eternal light. I have no more attachments. I'm not afraid of causing the master to be criticized or scolded anymore. I'll just be a target for some people. I'm a straightforward person who dares to speak the truth. I don't like to be wishy-washy when doing things. I don't like to be evasive when speaking. I like to speak openly and confidently. This personality trait has been with me for 80 years, until I return to bliss. It probably won't change. I'm committed to it. Next, I want to talk to my classmates. In 2011, why did I say it 8,001 times? In 2014, why did I say that Master Shangjing Shakom is a rare and extraordinary monk? In 2025, why do I want to tell everyone the truth? In 2010, I have been listening to Master speak on the Infinite Life Sutra for 10 years. I understood. I am convinced. Master Shangjing Shakom was brought by Sakyamuni Buddha. For what purpose? To save people and the world. In 2011, I accompanied my master abroad to spread the teachings. I witnessed with my own eyes the master's influence across the world. Why does the master have so many followers? It's not because of competition. It's his unparalleled charisma that attracts them. In Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and also Australia, I witnessed and personally experienced it. The followers were so welcoming. They respected and adored the master. The sincerity that was expressed. It can't be faked, nor can it be acted out. Wherever the master went, everywhere there were crowds of welcoming people. Everywhere there were flowers. Everywhere there were eager eyes. Everywhere there were sincere smiles. The master returned to everyone with his eternally unchanged, standard smile. This is the demeanor of a sage. This is my dear, lovable, and respectable master. This is the master I am proud of. The master, both on and off camera, is the Pure Land. Do we all have this kind of feeling? Sometimes it seems like a person is very insignificant in the vast, boundless universe, not even comparable to a speck of dust. But sometimes it feels like a person is incredibly powerful, even though the body appears small and weak. It contains infinite strength, capable of moving the entire universe. The master, both on and off camera, is the latter. Such a person must be an extraordinary victor. Master, who are you? Today, I am here to clearly tell the students. In 2011, when I mentioned it 8,001 times, I was referring to what the master, both on and off camera, said. I was hinting. The master was brought by Sakyamuni Buddha. There are two reasons why I didn't state it clearly. Firstly, at that time the master was still alive, and if I revealed the truth, the master would have left. Secondly, I couldn't cause trouble for the master, nor let the elder be criticized or scolded. So why do I need to hint? Who am I hinting at? The purpose of my hinting is to save people. How so? It's to alert the public to correctly understand Master Shangjing Shakom, and then to correctly understand the supreme teachings propagated by Master Shangjing's Ayatollah, to study and practice this supreme teaching, to be reborn, solving life-death. The first group of people I am hinting at are those who study Buddhism, especially those who practice the Pure Land method of reciting the Buddha's name. You've chosen the right path in your study of Buddhism. You've chosen the right teacher. There is hope for you to achieve success in this lifetime. The second group of people I am hinting at are the large group criticizing and scolding the Venerable Master. I don't want them to end up in the Avachi Hao or Vajra Hao. Even one night in 2014, why did I say on the Venerable Master's birthday that he is a rare and extraordinary sage monk? Looking back now, I can only describe it as incredible, because that speech was unprepared and impromptu speech. The term sage monk was the most spontaneous of spontaneous. It wasn't something I thought up with my mind. Perhaps this is the natural expression of one's true nature. After that speech, my understanding of the Venerable Master Shangjing Shiakong was further enhanced. Who is the Venerable Master? He embodies the three Buddhas in one. Three Buddhas in one body. To explain further, in the Saha world, he is Sakyamuni Buddha. In the flower adornment world, he is Vairocana Buddha. In the Western Pure Land, he is Amitabha Buddha. This is the concept of one body, three Buddhas, one body. You wouldn't be wrong to say he is any of the Buddhas. Who is he? He is everyone, and yet no one. He has countless forms. To be more specific, the entire universe is one divine being. I have been close to the Venerable Master for 12 years. I have witnessed the Master's difficult circumstances firsthand, full of hardships. His person was attacked, his character insulted, various unfair treatments. Facing all this, the Master remained calm and silent, like still water. If not a sage, who could achieve this? Seeing this, I often thought this way. Master, O Master, why did you come to this world of suffering? Once, while accompanying the Master on a walk, I really asked him this question. The Master answered like this: precisely because this world has suffering, that's why we came. If this world wasn't full of suffering, we wouldn't have come. Hearing the Master's words made me feel ashamed. With my complex state of mind, how could I understand the noble character of a victor? Master Kolmi's photographed did not appear in this era without reason. Master Honglin used 4 words to explain the reason for the Master's presence in this era. These 4 words are born to meet the need. It means being born to meet the needs of this era. So, what is the need of this era? To put it simply, today's world has reached a critical juncture of survival or extinction. To survive or to perish, to forget or to awaken. Humanity has reached a historical moment where a decision must be made. Please note, it is a decision, not a choice, and it is a decision that must be made. Throughout the development of human history, at every critical turning point, there often emerge saints and great figures who rise to the occasion. They turn the tide when it seems impossible, supporting the structure on the verge of collapse. Like a beacon in the dark sea of night. In life-death moments, they bring hope for us. Victors, with unparalleled compassion, a broad and generous heart, perfect wisdom, leading by example, teaching through words and actions, sacrificing themselves for others, guiding the world to resolve calamities and emerge from darkness. If these great figures did not appear, the world would have long become a purgatory. As the ancients praised Confucius, Zen praised Confucius. If heaven did not give birth to Confucius, the world would be in eternal night. Now I say, if heaven did not give birth to Jinkong, humanity would have no words of wisdom. Now, humanity has reached another critical turning point. Such great individuals will inevitably emerge in response to the times. China has sages and wise people continuously emerging. Master Jinkong is a member of this outstanding group. He is the contemporary sage who has emerged in response to the times. Let's look at how chaotic the world has become today. It has reached a level of chaos unprecedented in the history of free humanity. Disasters. Evil. It is the most in history. Some people lament this way. Are people today still human? Does everyone feel the same? Now, the three major disasters, plague, war. Radical actions have already been brandished against humanity. Yet humanity remains lost and unending. We can no longer turn a blind eye and a deaf ear. We can no longer deceive ourselves and others. 20 or 30 years ago, Master Jinkong had already issued a warning and advised everyone to change from evil to good to resolve disasters. But the compassionate guidance of the elderly was met with over 20 years of criticism and abuse. One big label after another was placed on him. Yet it couldn't be brought to the table. It could only be done in dark corners. Doing those sneaky things, it truly is a sorrow for humanity, a misfortune for Buddhism. No way the beings suffer. The suffering is beyond words. Who will come to turn the tide and support the great structure? None other than the Venerable Master. Why is it that even a sage cannot accomplish what is needed? The Venerable Elder appeared at a critical historical turning point. A once-in-a-millennium sage who could turn the tide and sacrifice himself for the great structure. Where is the guiding light? The guiding light is the Venerable Master. The traditional guiding light is what the Venerable Master has widely propagated. The Supreme Dharma of Sakyamuni Buddha. The traditional guiding light is the Venerable Master. Regarding various concepts of Buddhism and their practice, this is an inexhaustible source of wisdom for us. A 96-year-old world religious leader. His life, a journey with the classics. Preaching and teaching for 62 years. This is recognized as unique and unparalleled in human history. Historically, the longest period of preaching and teaching was Sakyamuni Buddha's 49 years. The Venerable Master, a disciple of the Buddha, surpassed his teacher. The student surpasses the master. What we mean by surpassing here refers only to the duration of preaching and teaching, not surpassing in terms of ideology. Because the Venerable Master never claimed to have surpassed Sakyamuni Buddha. To be more precise, it should be said like this: the Venerable Master is a disciple of the Buddha in terms of preaching and teaching. He not only surpassed his teacher in time, but also in space. With satellite television and online networks as a vast classroom, your teachings have already reached every corner of the universe. So, we can say this: Venerable Master Jing Kong is the most remarkable educator in human history. This is by no means an exaggeration. The Venerable Master looked back with a smile, reminding us not to choose the wrong path home. Let us forever cherish the memory of this rare and timely sage. That concludes today's discussion. Thank you, everyone. Amitabha Buddha.